Welcome to episode 195, U.S. Immigrant Selfmade Billionaires. This is an outline of episode 195. Why do we study immigrant self-made billionaires in the United States? Because immigrants are not supposed to succeed. The odds of becoming extremely rich are against them. New language, new culture, etc. Number one, Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, is an immigrant self-made billionaire in the United States and in the world. He's only 44. He was born in Moscow, Russia in 1973 to a Jewish family. He immigrated to the United States at the age of 6. Here's a picture of the Brin family. His father, Michael Brin, was professor of mathematics at the University of Maryland.
The search engine Google was born in that hotbed of technological innovation, the computer science department at Stanford University.
You know, when we first started the company, we could barely afford the hard drives. So we built like this case out of Legos, if you know the children's toys.
Yeah, sure.
And we continued in that scrappy hardware tradition, just making by with what we could get.
Space was also really expensive, and so the idea...
Google's most famous mantra, don't be evil.
I don't want to work at a big company idea in the back of my head. And so I would think of something interesting. And so what popped into my mind was just don't be evil.
When I came in, I thought this was a joke. I thought that it was just a way of marketing within the company.
Number two, George Soros. He was the best trader in Wall Street from 1969 to 1999. During this period, he averaged almost 30% return a year. Only one other money manager can claim to have such an excellent record, and that is Warren Buffett. Reason number four, George Soros has time for everything. He's an excellent skier and a tennis player. He's also a famous womanizer. At age 17, he emigrated to the United Kingdom as refugee.
After the war, Soros left Hungary and went to England to the London School of Economics. There he discovered the works of philosopher Karl Popper.
So I came to a conclusion that basically all our views of the world are somehow flawed or distorted. And then I concentrate on the importance of this distortion in shaping.
They call it Black Wednesday, the day that currency speculators broke the Bank of England. The bank and British taxpayers lost £6 billion.
It's really a once in a decade, and that's when he is George Soros. That's when he just says, you can't have enough of this. And if there's one thing I've learned from him, is that when you're right and you know something, you really feel it, you can't have enough. And the biggest mistake, if I had to sum up his investment philosophy in one sentence, it's that it's not whether you're right or wrong, you just have to have the max on when you're right, and that's his unique innate ability.
83-year-old billionaire George Soros has married for the third time and is a 42-year-old healthcare and education consultant, Tamiko Bolton, who he met at a dinner party in 2008.
Number three, Elon Musk. Born in South Africa, dropped out of Stanford University, sold his first company for $400 million cash at the age of 28. Most famous is the founder of Tesla electric car.
Back in '95, there weren't very many people on the internet, and certainly nobody was making any money at all. Most people thought the internet was going to be a fad.
Not this South African entrepreneur. Musk sold his first computer program at the age of 12, and he hasn't stopped selling since. A year ago, Musk sold his software company, Zip2, which enabled newspapers to publish online for $400 million cash.
So this is an ATM. What we're going to do is transform the traditional banking industry. I've sunk the great majority of my net worth into X.com, which is the new banking and mutual funds company on the internet that I've started. Game and just carry those chips with me. And I haven't gone and taken my winnings and spent a big chunk, but I've just really put almost all of it back into the new game. No, I'd say the real payoff is the sense of satisfaction in having created the company that I sold.
Yes, for the cars.
Number four, Thomas Peterffy. Born in Hungary, he left his engineering studies and emigrated to the United States as a refugee in 1965.
I I grew up in a socialist country, and I have seen what that does to people. There is no hope, no freedom, no pride in achievement. As a young boy, I was fantasizing about one day going to America, making a success of myself, the American dream.
He taught himself programming, and he invented a machine which tracks stock prices and sold the machine to Wall Street.
Talent au service de courtier de Wall Street. En 1983, il va avoir une idée de génie.
So this is it has a chip inside into when you touched it.
Quand on appuyait dessus, l'ordinateur comprenait qu'on venait.
Number 5, Koum, co-founder of WhatsApp. Born in Ukraine to Jewish family, arrived in the United States in 1992, his family on welfare. He dropped out of San Jose State University to become a programmer at Yahoo in 1997. He created WhatsApp in 2008. In 2014, he sold WhatsApp to Facebook for $19.3 billion.
I took time off, which was great. And then we started kind of thinking about, well, what can I do as a fun project to not have a job? And we stumbled on this device called iPhone, which back then was pretty revolutionary. I mean, today, every single person has a smartphone, clearly, as I can look around and see people holding it in their hands. In 2007, if you kind of rewind back, iPhone was just announced and launched. And 2008, there were not a lot of people buying smartphones. And
Number 6, Patrick Soon-Shiong. He got rich by inventing cancer drugs. He's the world's richest doctor. He was born in Port Elizabeth, South Africa, to Hakka Chinese parents who were refugee immigrants.
I was born under the world of apartheid, couldn't own any property, was one of 2 Chinese in the school of a medical school of 2.
He made 2 important breakthroughs.
And what you're born with maybe is a risk factor, that's your genes. But you may or may not translate that into an abnormal protein downstream that causes a cell to grow. And in order to know that, you need to know what protein is abnormal that's causing that cell to grow.
Breakthrough number 2, he's taking advantage of the speed and power of supercomputer to decode genomes. The war against cancer is a war against time.
And as I said, a war against cancer is a war against time. And if we can catch it, watch it in real time, we have a chance of stopping it.
Number 7, Pierre Omidyar. He was born in Paris, France, to Persian family. He co-founded eBay in 1995.
At the beginning, I didn't get the human side of it that story really embodies now, which is that's the most important asset and the most important thing of eBay is the human side now, as a side hobby, basically, while I had my day job. And it just kind of, it grew, within 6 months, it was earning revenue that was paying my costs. Within 9 months, the revenue was more than I was making at my day job. And that's kind of when the light bulb went off and, knock, 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 you've got a business here, do something about it. So that's.
Now I have a free gift for you. This eBook, 0 to Billions, 57 U.S. Immigrant Self-Made Billionaires. Here are the 2 steps. Step number 1, write email to drpaulchan@gmail.com. Step number 2, write title, 57 U.S. whatever. That's it. And I will email you the book in PDF format. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your question and comments below. My next video will be 57 U.S. Immigrant Self-Made Billionaires, a data analysis. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.